Hey, Shalom. I want to start by giving all honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. Double honor to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule well and teach well, taught me this truth through the Rakakwadash, the Holy Spirit. Shalom to the elect. This video is gonna be in the spirit that the brothers been going over here lately. Reasons why they hate Esau. Okay, and there's a multitude of reasons to hate this man. But the one I'm gonna be focusing in on today is from the sacking of the temple. Okay, and I got this information because I was speaking to a guy during my day to day. As a matter of fact, I was working with him, and he's from Italy, Rome. All right, and I was discussing to him about the Bible, breaking it down to him, and he never knew these things, and it was all coming together for him by me breaking these things down. And one of the things he told me, he asked me, he said, "Do you know what happened to the treasures that was stolen from the temple?" And I was like, "Nah, I never known that. What happened?" And he would say they used that money to build the Colosseum. And I looked it up, and sure enough, this is what it say. Okay, so for those of you that don't know or wanted to know what happened to the treasures from the temple that they stole in 70 A.D. when the Romans sacked Jerusalem, okay, this is a bit of history. All right, and this is another reason to hate Esau. So this is from the Friends of Israel Gospel Ministry, and it says, who helped finance the Roman Colosseum? Now, you can just do a simple Google search and it'll tell you that way. But I was reading through the articles, and this one seemed the most fitting. Okay, and I'm going to read some of the article. I'm not going to read the whole thing. It says the construction of the Colosseum started around 72 A.D., while Vespasian was emperor, and it was completed in 80 A.D., when Titus, his son, was ruling the massive Roman Empire. The Colosseum was originally named after the Amphitheatrum Flavium, after both Vespasian and Titus, whose names was Flavius. Just prior to the construction of the Colosseum, the newly crowned Emperor Vespasian commissioned his son Titus to squelch the Jewish rebellion that was growing in Judea 68 and 69 A.D. By 70 A.D., Titus marched confidently into Jerusalem with the Roman 12th Legion. This Roman force conquered Jerusalem and slaughtered 1.1 million people, according to Josephus, and destroyed much of the city temple along with it. All right, and this was prophesied to happen by Yahweh Shai in the book of Matthew, the 24th chapter. All right. And this is why this is the start of Judah, which is Benjamin, Levi, and Judah, their disbursement. Okay, because after that time, there was no more Israel, no more Jews or Israelites were living in Israel. So this is what it was talking about in the book of Matthew, 24 and 21. I'll start. 24 and 1. And Yahushua went out and departed from the temple, and his disciples came to him for to show him the buildings of the temple. And Yahushua say unto them, see ye not all these things? Verily I say unto you, there shall not be left here one stone upon another that shall not be thrown down. All right, and this happened in 70 A.D., okay, when Titus and Vespasian, okay, sacked Jerusalem. All right. So this is important history for us to know, especially to be able to teach our brothers, who don't know these things. All right, because this puts it all together. Right, this is part of secular history. Okay, and I'm gonna get that word secular. Bear with me. Okay, that word secular. Secular. It means denoting attitudes, activities, or things that have no religious or spiritual basis. Okay, so this is how you draw a lot of our people in. When these things would seemingly have no spiritual or religious basis, but in actuality it does. Okay, because this is the hit. Because Esau changed the history over time, but certain things he left. And when you're able to marry that with the Bible, then there's no refuting it. Okay, because we can look and see, for instance, in the book of Maccabees, and I'm not going to get off topic, but this is just, for edification as well. In the book of Maccabees, it talks about Alexander the Great and his generals, Antiochus, and things of that nature. And these people you can look up, and they're part of secular history. Okay? Secular also means not subject or bound by religious rule, not belonging to or living in a monastic or other order. Okay, so this is basically the history that Esau made. All right, this secular history. But when you can marry it with the Bible, it compels a lot of our people to pay closer attention. Okay, because what our people want you to prove every little thing. Like our people have become, scientists. Okay, but we know that the faith is the evidence of things not seen. But this is how our people are. All right, but some of them, will be able to be brought back into understanding by these things. Okay, so I'm gonna go back, to what the article was saying. All right, because this proves, who we are and what happened to us at this time. Okay, so I ended with, 1.1 million Israelites were slaughtered, right, and the temple was sacked. Okay, so it goes on. We know for certain Roman soldiers carried away much of the sacred temple treasures. It's documented in the writings and even carved in stone. A massive arch called the Ark of Titus, built in 82 AD, is donned with carvings of Titus' many victories and stand just outside the Collusem. One of the largest carvings on the inside of the arch depicts the Roman soldiers carrying away the temple treasures. One treasure in particular is the menorah. Okay, and for those of you who haven't seen that, okay, this thing still stands to this day. All right, and it stands in Rome. And I'll bring up a picture of it so you can see it for yourself. Okay, and this is in Rome, Italy. Okay, and this is an image of it. Okay, and you can see, tourists is gathered around it. Right, this is one of the main tourist attractions. Okay, and this is a depiction of it right here. Okay, and this happened in 70 AD. Okay, and they're taking all the treasures out of the temple. All right, and that's where, it stops for most people. But, this guy showed me that, they use these things that they stole out of the temple to build the Colosseum. Okay? And that's something I didn't know. So, I'm sharing it with you brothers and sisters, and Lord's will, you'll be edified on it. Okay, so it says historians know for certain that the Roman Empire was in poor financial condition because of Emperor Nero's ridiculously lavish spending and the devastating fire that destroyed much of Rome in 64 BC. It says, so how did Titus and Vespasian afford to build the Colosseum? As you enter into the Colosseum from the main entrance on the west side of the large inscription is chiseled into the archway above. Archaeologists have been examining the archway inscription, scrutinizing the embedded holes that were once held a raised text. Many argue that the marks in the archway inscription says, the Emperor Titus Caesar Vespasian Augustus ordered the new amphitheater to be made from the proceeds of the sale of the booty. Okay? And that booty is the treasures that they stole. Let's look at what that word booty is. Booty means, excuse me. Bear with me. And we ain't talking about no fat butts here. Okay. That word booty, okay, it says valuable stolen goods, especially those seized in war. Okay. So this amphitheater was made by the valuable stolen goods from the temple of the Lord. Okay, it says the mention of the word booty was what gave scholars the clue on who helped finance the amphitheater, as mentioned earlier, just sitting outside the Colosseum of the Arch of Titus, showing the spoils or booty from Titus' sacking of Jerusalem. Okay. It says the sheer proximity of the Arch of Titus and date when building began led many archaeologists and scholars to believe the gold and sacred temple treasures from Jerusalem were brought to Rome, then sold, and the proceeds of the sale of those artifacts helped fund the Colosseum that is still standing today. Quite interesting, and it is very interesting because we know what happened in that Colosseum. Okay, and if you don't know, let's just Google it up. Okay. And I typed in, right? What happened to Christians in the Colosseum? It said, yes, Christians were fed to half-starved lions, burned alive, and hacked to death. But the most interesting aspect of this was Christians who died in the Colosseum wanted to die there as martyrs. Okay? So these people were willing to give their lives up for Yahweh Shai, even in that day. Okay, and that's why it says, bear with me, I'm going to get the scripture. 2nd Ezra 15:8, it says, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness which they profanely commit, neither will I suffer them those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves. Okay, and that Colosseum, was what? It was a place of exercise. Okay, it's like a gymnasium. It was like a modern day stadium. Okay, and they were doing wicked exercises in that time. It said, behold, the innocent and righteous blood crieth unto me. And those are these Christians, but some of them, okay, because we can also go back to the prophets who were slain. Okay, some of the righteous men who were slain by the wicked. Okay, but make no mistake about it, some of these Christians that were slain in the Colosseum are part of that righteous blood. Okay, that has to be avenged. It says, the righteous blood crieth unto me, and the souls of the just complain continually. All right, why? For these things that happen in this Colosseum. Okay, and make no mistake about it, though we hate Esau for this, and of course we hate Esau. Okay, these things were prophesied in the book of Ezekiel. Okay, for what? For the wicked deeds that the Israel has done. Okay, I'm going to read it. This is the book of Ezekiel 7:1. It says, moreover, the word of Yahweh Shai came unto me, saying, also thou son of man, thus saith the Lord God unto the land of Israel, and the end is come up upon the four corners of the land. Now is the end come upon thee, and I will send my anger upon thee, and will judge thee according to thy ways, and will recompense unto thee all thine abominations. Okay, so this is what happened. Okay, and what's the Lord's anger? When the Lord is angry, what does he use? Okay, he uses his sword, which is Esau Edom. Okay, the sword of the wicked, or the sword of the Lord. Okay, so this is the Lord was telling you that this was going to happen. Okay, he was going to send his anger upon the land of Israel. Okay, and he was going to recompense us according to our ways and abominations. Okay, and what was our ways and abominations? Let's go to the book of Maccabees. Okay, First Maccabees 1 and 11. It say, and in those days there went out of Israel wicked men who persuaded many, saying, let us go and make a covenant with the heathen that are round about us. For since we departed from them, we have had much sorrow. So this device pleased them well. Then certain of the people were so froward therein, they went into the king, who gave them license to do after the ordinances of the heathen. Whereupon they built a place of exercise at Jerusalem according to the customs of the heathen. Okay, so in the time of Greece, this is what they did. Okay, they went and built probably something similar to a Collusem in a time. Okay, and the Lord is recompensing them according to their evil. Okay, and I'm gonna keep going on to show you, to prove what I'm telling you in the book of Ezekiel. Okay, but I'm gonna keep going down. It's saying they made themselves uncircumcised, which is abominations, and forsook the holy covenant, and joined themselves to the heathen, and were sold to do mischief. Okay, so the Lord was what? The Lord said what? He was going to recompense us according to our evil. Okay, let me go back and let me read that again. Ezekiel 7 and 3. Now is the end come upon thee, and I will send my anger upon thee, and will judge thee according to thy ways, and will recompense unto thee all thine abomination. All right. And my eye shall not spare thee, neither will I have pity, but I will recompense thy ways upon thee, and thine abomination shall be in the midst of thee, and ye shall know that I am Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. And I just read how 1.1 million Israelites were slaughtered during that time. Okay, and if you read deeper into the story of the sacking of Jerusalem, hey, there's a lot more than that. Okay, and they cut off every way to escape, and these people and the Israelites were forced to eat bird shit. Okay, it basically starved them out. Okay, cannibalism was going on. All right, this is the Lord showing no pity. Okay, he's not sparing. All right, let me keep reading. Ezekiel 7 and 5. Thus saith the Lord power, and evil, and only evil, behold, is come. And the end is come, and the end is come, it watcheth for thee. Behold, it is come. The morning is come unto thee, and thou that dwellest in the land, the time is come, the day of trouble is near, and not the sounding again of the mountains. Okay, so that mountains goes into rulership. So the end was coming, okay, for Israel. All right, and this is what happened. It says, now will I shortly pour out my fury upon thee. All right, so what is this? This is a judgment. Okay, this is a judgment for the things that we've done. It says, now will I shortly pour out my fury upon thee, and will accomplish my anger upon thee, and I will judge thee according to thy ways, and I will recompense thee for all thy abominations. My eye shall not spare, neither will I have pity. I will recompense thee according to thy ways and thine abominations that are in the midst of thee. And ye shall know that I, Yahweh Yahushai, that smiteth. Behold, the day, behold, it is come, the morning is gone forth, and the rod has blossomed, pride has budded. Right? And we all know that, pride is the fall. Is the fall of a man. Matter of fact, let me get that. That's Proverbs 16 and 18. It say, pride goeth before destruction, and a haughty spirit before a fall. Okay. So pride budded, okay, and then the destruction has come. All right, violence is risen up into a rod of wickedness. None of them shall remain, nor their multitude, nor any of theirs, neither shall there be wailing for them. The time has come, the day draweth near. Let not the buyer rejoice, nor the seller mourn, for wrath is come upon all the multitude thereof. And I'm going to jump down a little bit, even though I could read the whole thing, okay, because this is describing exactly what happened. Bear with me. Now, I'm going to keep reading as a matter of fact. It says, "For the seller shall not return to that which is sold, although they were yet alive, for the vision is touching the whole multitude thereof, which shall not return. Neither shall any strengthen himself in the iniquity of his life." So these are the judgments, okay? And we haven't returned to Israel again, all right? And the only way we're gonna return in the end is when the Lord bring us back there. But it's only gonna start with the remnant, okay? It's gonna start with the remnant, that righteous blood. Okay, so it says, "They have blown the trumpet even to make all ready, but none goeth to battle. For my wrath is upon all the multitude thereof. The sword is without, and the pestilence, and the famine within." And this is what happened. On the outside, hey, the Romans were gathered around. Okay? On the inside, there was disease and famine. Okay? They were being starved to death. It says, "He that is in the field shall die with the sword, and he that is in the city, famine and pestilence shall devour him. But they that escape of them shall escape, and shall be on the mountains like doves of the valleys, all of them mourning, every one for his iniquity." And this is what happened when certain men fled out. Okay, they fled into the land of Ham, which is Africa. Okay, and they hid out. All right, and I bet you, during that time, they were all pondering on the things that they've done, okay? The things that they did to transgress the laws of the Lord. So this was a mighty judgment, all right, brought upon by the Heavenly Father, but also brought upon by Esau, okay, our arch enemy. It says, "All hands shall be feeble, and all knees shall be weak as water. They shall also gird themselves with sackcloth, and horror shall cover them, and the shame shall be upon all faces, and baldness upon all their heads. They shall cast their silver in the street, and their gold shall be removed." Okay? And what did they do? They stole all the treasures. All right? "Their silver and gold shall not be able to deliver them in the day of the wrath of the Lord. They shall not satisfy their souls, neither fill their bowels, because it is the stumbling block of their iniquity. As for the beauty of his ornament, he set it in majesty, but they made the images of their abominations and of their detestable things therein. Therefore have I set it far from them. I will give it into the hands of the strangers for a prey, and to the wicked of the earth for spoil, and they shall pollute it." Okay? So who are the wicked? Esau, Edom, the Edomites, the Romans. Okay? So that was a prophecy fulfilled. The Lord said he was going to give that gold and the plunder into the hands of the wicked. Okay, so there's your answer. That's where it went to. It says, "My face will I also turn from them, and they shall pollute my secret place," right, which is the Holy of Holies, all right, which is the temple. "For the robber shall enter into it and defile it." Okay, and who are the robbers, right? Esau, Edom. Okay, according to what? The book of Obadiah. Okay, "If thieves come to thee, if robbers by night," let's get it. Obadiah 1. And we know Obadiah is concerning Esau, Edom. Okay, "If thieves come to thee," this is Obadiah 1 and 5. "If thieves come to thee, if robbers by night, how art thou cut off? Would they not have stolen till they had enough? If grape gatherers came unto thee, would they not leave some grapes?" Okay, so the Lord say he gonna send the robbers, right? What did it say? It said, "My face will I also turn from them, and they shall pollute my secret place. For the robbers, the Edomites, shall enter into it and defile it." Okay, "Make a chain For the land is full of bloody crimes, and it is full of violence. Wherefore will I bring the worst of the heathen, and they shall possess their houses. I will also make the pomp of the strong to cease, and the holy places shall be defiled. All right? So, this is what, the Lord prophesied to happen to us, but he was going to use our arch enemy, Esau Edom, to do it. Okay? And what did he use those things for? He used it to build the Collusem. All right? And this is a just punishment. Okay? But we still hate Esau for the things that he's done. And this is still another reason to hate Esau. Okay? Because this man is a thief and a robber. And us being Israelites, hey, we should want righteousness. And the only way righteousness is gonna, take root is if the wicked be taken out of the way. Okay, so this is another reason to hate Esau and the things that he's done. Okay, make no mistake about it, he's gonna pay for it. Okay, he's gonna get destroyed for this. Okay, and this is another and this is a clear example to show you that the Lord hates Esau, because you wouldn't set nobody up to do all this that you liked. Okay, you would set somebody to do that up that's gonna pay in the end the way Esau's gonna pay, that you hate. Okay, and I'm gonna end it on this. This the book of Job, chapter 20 and 15. It say, he has swallowed down riches, and he shall vomit them up again. God shall cast them out of his belly. Okay, and that's what's gonna happen. Okay, because make no mistake about it, Esau still has some of these treasures. Okay, in the Vatican City, okay, in the belly of the beast, hey, that's where these things are. Okay, he's going to cast it all up at the end. All right, but, the remnant, the righteous are going to spend it. Okay, and the remnant are going to triumph and reign in that day. And, Lord's will, we be part of that number. Brothers and sisters, if we just endure this thing, hopefully, this brought up your spirit a little bit, to understand, why the Lord did this to us, and also to understand that, the Lord is merciful, and he's not going to forget our works, So, Lord's will, you was edified. I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakach Wadash. Double honor to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Shalom to the elect.